Wonder worshipper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come.
The music you have just heard invites us to arrive, to settle body and spirit, and to prepare for this time of worship. As an act of care for those gathered here and those joining us online, please silence your devices so that we may share this time in presence and connection. If you are visiting with us today, you're invited to fill out a visitor's card, which can be found in the seat back pockets. You can return it to the welcome table or in the offering plate so that we may extend our welcome to you. Please know that whoever you are, wherever you are from, whomever you love, wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to San Gabriel Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Whether you are here in the sanctuary or joining us online, whether this is your first time or your 1000th time, we are glad you are here. My name is Pat Berthold. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm honored to serve as the lay leader this morning. Many years ago, many, I found myself attending a Unitarian Universalist fellowship for the first time. Rob and I had 2 toddlers in tow. The fellowship, which mostly consisted of older people, wasn't prepared for us, but when we came back a couple months later, because we were determined to find our spiritual home in a UU congregation, they made space for us and for our kids. That's the congregation we actually moved back to and were a part of for many years before we moved here. So several moves and many different congregations later, here we are. Unitarian Universalist values expressed through our covenant with each other keep me coming back. San Gabriel is part of a larger movement of the Unitarian Universalist congregations working together for a just, peaceful, and sustainable world. And here, in this community, we sustain each other through love.
Good morning. I'm Eric Hepburn. My pronouns are he, him. I'm honored to serve as your pulpiteer this morning. Together we will enter a time of word and silence, of song and spirit, as we shape this time of worship, and as we slowly expel all the tryptophan from our bodies. Please recite after me the words to light our chalice. We light this flame to remind us. Love is the center. As we grow and connect, mature and deepen, love is our center. When the light of truth burns all else away, love endures. Our calling in song this morning is For the Beauty of Earth. It's number 21 in the gray hymnal. Please rise and body your spirit as you're able. Let us lift our voices together, for we are here, we are awake, and we are one community.
For the splendor of the sky. care, for a gentle thoughts and mild source of all to thee we raise. This our hymn of grateful praise.
The Wonder Box reminds us that wisdom often comes in small packages, and that curiosity is sacred at every age. Candace White, our Director of Religious Exploration, will now share this time of learning and wonder with us.
Good morning. I am not here for joys and sorrows, but I have a joy of my voice being recovered, so yay! I'm very excited. As you know, every month in RE, we focus on a specific theme. But for the next 3 Sundays, however, we're going to be taking a break from our regular curriculum to learn about 3 light traditions to prepare for our winter solstice all ages service on December 21st. We're going to open up the Wonder Box to see which light tradition we are going to explore today. A lantern? What's missing? The light. It's a lantern without a light. Sometimes when I think about winter, I think about how the days get shorter and the nights get longer and the whole world feels a little quieter. And in the very deepest part of winter, there's a moment when it feels like the darkness might last forever. This lantern's empty now, but even an empty lantern remembers the light. Even the smallest lantern can shine again. I wonder, where does the first light come from when the world has been dark for a long time? In RE today, we're going to explore the winter solstice and the very first light that returns, the one that shows up even when everything is dark.
May your song be our blessing as they go to the little house to explore the first light that returns. Our hearts hold both joy and sorrow. Spoken here, they become healing medicine. If you wish to share, please raise your hand for the microphone. Begin with your name and hold the microphone so that your voice flows into it. A brief word spoken with care can be enough medicine for us all. Thank you for sharing. For all that remains unspoken, this community holds you in love. Now we pause to honor the great world house of which we are a part, lifting up the needs, the hopes, and the voices beyond these doors. Pope Leo XIV visited Turkey this week. He visited Nicaea and shared prayers with Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew, the spiritual leader of the world's 300 million Orthodox Christians. He made an appeal to overcome the scandal of divisions among Christians and to nurture a desire for unity. Who knows? maybe in a few years or a few decades, a Christianity that has stopped fighting with itself might realize it doesn't need to fight with anybody else either. My suspicion, personally, is that would require a shift from the religion being the religion about Jesus to it being the religion of Jesus. I wrote a haiku about it this morning. He rose from the dead. Miracle! Only Son of God. Who cares what he said? Too harsh? That's a lot of crickets, y'all. Yeah, that's a good thing about a haiku. Lots to unpack in only 12 syllables. Our song of yearning this morning is More Church Than Church by Unspoken. As we listen, let this music carry our tender hopes and deep questions into a place of prayer and presence.
Sunday morning could feel more like Tuesday nights. 12 steps down to a basement under harsh fluorescent lights. All ages, all races, all walks of life at 6 p.m. Stumbling in to keep ourselves from stumbling again. Strangers spilling secrets in a circle without walls, trying to reach for Jesus instead of drugs and alcohol. All sitting in a gray folding chair, sipping coffee in a white styrofoam cup. Ain't nobody throwing stones up in here. Can't judge cause we know we all messed up. Ain't no steeple, just broken people, wearing no shame tags on our shirts. Where the truth is, truth heals more than the truth hurts. That's more church than church. Tired to sleep, don't matter where, whatever. Bring your baggage, you ain't got to have it all together. 20 years without a drop of fresh off of a bender. No need to pretend in a room full of pretenders. Now strangers in recovery, confessing we are weak, desperate for forgiveness and accountability. All sitting in a gray folding chair, sipping coffee in a white styrofoam cup. Ain't nobody throwing stones up in here. Can't judge cause we know we all messed up. Ain't no steeple, just broken people, wearing no shame tags on our shirts. Where the truth is, truth heals more than the truth hurts. Yeah, that's more church than church. One day at a time, one day at a time, praying Jesus, yeah, that's my kind of church. So one day at a time, one day at a time, praying Jesus, yeah, that's my kind of church. Let's go to church, baby. So where the truth is, truth heals more than the truth hurts. So where the truth is, truth heals more than the truth hurts. All sitting in a gray folding chair, sipping coffee in a white styrofoam cup. Ain't nobody throwing stones up in here, cause we all know rock bottom sucks. Ain't no steeple, just broken people, wearing no shame tags on our shirts. Where the truth is, the truth heals more than the truth hurts. Yeah, that's more church than church. One day at a time, one day at a time, praying Jesus, yeah, that's more church than church. One day at a time, one day at a time, praying Jesus, yeah, that's more church than church.
let us enter a still place within, opening our hearts and minds to receive this voice of wisdom. After the words are spoken, we will breathe together in silence, preparing ourselves for the word unfolding among us. We welcome a voice of wisdom carried through Christopher Wallis from his book, Near Enemies of the Truth. One note here on the nature of spiritual life. On this journey, it is crucial to distinguish between religion and spirituality. We can say that the former consists of comforting beliefs, and thus, if we're honest, much of what people today call spirituality is actually religion. And the latter consists of the willingness to strip away beliefs to see what's really true. So, for Wallis, religion is an institutionalized system of comforting beliefs, and spirituality is the practice of stripping away beliefs to see what's really true.
So a short aside, some of your colleagues saved you from almost certain doom because I was going to pick this book as our congregational read this year. And then I realized that I might be one of a very few people who wanted to do a congregational read this year. So, but it's a really good book. I recommend it. Which doesn't mean I agree with everything that Christopher Wallis says. So let's talk a little bit about the disagreement. Religion without spirit forgets the fire. Spirit without religion forgets the hearth. Religion without spirit forgets the fire. Spirit without religion forgets the hearth. Today we're going to braid together a few strands because we're in dangerous territory. And dangerous territory requires sturdy ropes. Our aim is simple and bold: to craft some definitions of religion and spirituality that neither make us cringe nor roll our eyes. Definitions that might actually help us find our way in a troubled time. Strand 1, near enemies. Christopher Wallis gives us a crucial tool. I've mentioned Brene Brown's version, but here's his version of near enemies. Near enemies are distorted or oversimplified versions of subtle truths, close enough to sound right, but just off enough to lead you astray in the long run. I gave you one example when I was sitting here earlier in the service. In my lights, the religion about Jesus is a near enemy to the religion of Jesus. It's a distraction that the deeper you go into it, the more problematic it becomes. The more you use his name as a password to the eternal afterlife, the more likely you are to forget the important things he tried to teach. So, this is one way that we might use the tool of the near enemy to think about our own religious and spiritual practices. A near enemy looks like wisdom, but leads you away from wisdom. It looks like truth, but it pulls you subtly off course. That's strand 1. Strand 2. I'm going to stick with his definition of spirituality. Spirituality is the willingness to strip away beliefs to see what's really true. Beliefs happen to us. They are, as the psychologists would say, developmentally appropriate. We form them, we defend them, we outgrow them, sometimes painfully. as we grow and connect, as we mature and deepen, we begin noticing that some beliefs we formed early in life are no longer serving us. They're no longer the helpful things we thought they were. And then we learn one of life's big lessons, that unlearning is much harder than learning. And down this road of unlearning, we start to realize that we don't always have to replace a belief we just unlearned with a different one. We learn that it's possible to make a friend of, I don't know. And when I don't know becomes a companion rather than a threat, when uncertainty feels more like a door opening than the walls closing in, that's when wisdom starts to seep in. That's when the wisdom starts to seep in, when the uncertainty is more welcome than threat. The unknown more of a companion than a hostile other. So, strand 3, religion. Now, Wallis's definition of religion was clearly dismissive, an institutionalized set of comforting beliefs. But you can see all around us the near enemy that's pointing at. You can see that he's not looking at nothing and making it up. He's looking at the way far too many religions and churches function. He's naming a truth in that diagnosis, but I would argue that what he's identified is a near enemy of religion and not what religion is or ought or needs to be. So let me offer a tentative alternate definition. Religion is a community willing to hold the memory, the rites, the rituals, and the relationships needed so that we can strip away beliefs and see what's really true. A community willing to hold the memory, the rites, the rituals, and the relationships so that we can feel brave enough and supported enough to do some hard unlearning together, to make a friend of uncertainty together. Religion without spirit forgets the fire. Spirit without religion forgets the hearth. So in this model, religion holds collective memory. Religion makes the rites that call us into human making. Rites of passage, weddings, memorials, what we do here on Sunday, what we do in our full moon drum circles, the rites that remind us that there is more than the grind to this life, more than the next shopping trip at HEB or the next holiday we're waiting for, that there are deeper things calling us to connect with them and with one another. Because we need that space and we need something to hold it. Our fire needs a hearth. The stones of the hearth collect the heat. They make the fire last longer. They steady it. They allow us to put it to good use and make food. And we need the spiritual people who keep the institution alive, who challenge it when needed, who feed it with the fire of their own truth, their own witness, so that wisdom is transmitted forward. So let's talk about the two main areas where religion and spirituality get themselves into trouble. Some of their most powerful near enemies. Religion errs when it mistakes words for wisdom. It mistakes the finger pointing at the moon for the moon itself. It's one reason why you use non-creedalism is a genuine gift. Because words point, but they are not themselves the truth. And religion gets into big trouble when it wants to literalize the truth, to say that some set of words are themselves the truth and anything that contradicts them is not real or untrue. So the challenge for religion is staying open to the voice of prophecy. Because the voice of prophecy is always a voice that invites change, that says it's time for a next step, it's time for something new. And as you know, human institutions love change. Human institutions, they are just waiting for the next chance to mix it up. No, they crave stability. And they crave stability because that's their job. Their job is to produce some stability amidst all the chaos that is. But not too much. Too much starts to ossify. So we need the hearth, and we need the fires to show up in the hearth. We need prophets to shake things up. We need practitioners who are willing to engage in discernment, to practice their spirituality, to practice their connection, and to model that for others. Religion without spirit forgets the fire, but spirit without religion forgets the hearth. I've got a few poetic couplets. We'll see how they land for you. Religion without spirit stagnates and calcifies. Spirit without religion drifts and evaporates. A community that holds the tension between them becomes sacred. Religion without spirit hardens and cracks. Spirit without religion melts and runs away. A community that holds them in balance becomes a vessel for truth. Religion without spirit becomes brittle and hollow. Spirit without religion becomes scattered and thin. Only a community willing to bear the tension can flourish. Religion without spirit forgets fire. Spirit without religion forgets the hearth. Let us claim this hearth here for its rightful purpose, to hold the fire that we are. Amen.
Each week, we give an offering to sustain this spiritual home and to support the work of our fellowship. John Walker's musical offering this morning is God Who Fills the Universe. The music is from an old Transylvanian hymn dating back to 1607. The lyrics are more modern. May our gifts and this music be blessings. The offer will now be gratefully received.
God who fills the universe, from the atom to watchful heart, so I may do my part and bring joy to all the earth. God who webs the universe with amazing mysteries, make glad my fragile soul, so I can see life whole and bring hope to all on earth. God who keeps the universe by the truth of living love, make strong that love in me, so I can set it free and bring peace to all on earth.
And now we return to this beloved house where our covenant lives in the announcements and invitations we share. You are invited to participate in weekly protests against the Pflugerville ICE Detention Center every Sunday in December from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. No, you're not allowed to skip church, just go after. Oh wait, that's not written here. The protests will be along Kelly Lane near Blackhawk. Details are in the messenger, or you can contact Susan Patterson. The SGUUF book group December selection is Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. The group meets at 2 p.m. on the second Thursday of each month, with the December meeting on the 11th. If you would like more information, please email Elaine St. Marie at elainestmarie@gmail.com. If you've been visiting San Gabriel and want to learn more about membership, what it means, what we expect of one another, and to have your questions answered, join us for conversation and fellowship after worship on Sunday, January 11th from noon to 2 p.m. in the fellowship house. If you plan to come, please sign up at the membership table. An update on our capital campaign. A contract to replace the roofs on all 3 buildings is underway. And a check to substantially reduce our mortgage balance is already in process. So this is some exciting and early fruit born of your generosity. So thank you. And that's the news from this beloved house. Oh wait, no it's not. Please, thank you. I mean it is, but it's also, next week after service, we need a group of volunteers to stay and put batteries into the LED candles in preparation for our winter solstice service. So if you have availability to hang out for a little while after service next Sunday and help us put candles in our batteries in our candles, we would genuinely appreciate that. And I'm going to miss it, but I'm looking forward to Candace and Mel are working real hard on our winter solstice service, and I'm excited to YouTube it. All right, now I'm really done. I'm looking so somebody can raise their hand and tell me that I'm not really done. Okay, all right, I think we're really done this time. Thank you.
We close with words of covenant, promises we make to one another and to the world. Let us share them together in a unison reading. Love is the spirit of this community. Truth is our sacred quest. Justice is our prayer. We dwell together in peace. We seek wisdom in freedom. We serve life in fellowship. We grow in harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with one another.
Our returning song this morning is For All That Is Our Life, number 128 in the Gray Hymnal. Please Please rise in body or spirit as you're able, and let us sing our way forward into the world, renewed and strengthened together.
Please recite after me the words to extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame to remind us. Love is the center. As we explore and rest, engage and heal, love is our center. When only ashes remain, love endures.
I'm a little shocked. I'm a little shocked because that sermon went way faster than I thought it was going to go. And I'm sitting here in my chair thinking, these good people deserve more than whatever that ended up being, 9 minutes. I think I know what happened, though. I didn't get distracted and go down a side trail. I think that's true. I think I just stayed laser focused on the thing. But I feel like I owe you just a little more to chew on. I mean little. Those of you who are like, I can't believe we get to have coffee early, I'm so excited. You're still going to have coffee early. So I just finished Stephen Jenkinson's newest book on matrimony. And it explores ideas of matrimony and patrimony and what marriage means, like how it functioned in eras where village life happened among a clan, and that clan had to navigate and negotiate with other clans, and you were giving up a young one that you had birthed and raised to go move to another village, and you might never see them again. And we've lost some of that idea of sacrifice in the way that we think of matrimony. And it's just got me thinking, here's the troubling thing I want to leave you with this morning. I just stood up here and made the argument that the purpose of this hearth is to provide rituals that move us through life, that help us catalyze the good and the bad. I don't think we have enough rituals, and I don't think they go deep enough. And I think we need each other for that. So it's just an open invitation. You read something in a book, on an article, you think, oh, maybe Eric would like that. Please send it to me. Because this has to be community work. One of the things that he points out in the book is that when you've lost past with the rituals that created your ancestors, and you grow up in a time that's almost free of rituals and rites and passages, reinventing them feels forced. It feels artificial. It feels somehow uncomfortable and not genuine. But that is the hard work if we want our kids not to grow up in our inherited poverty. If we want our children to grow up not in the poverty that we have inherited of rituallessness, of, well, you're 13 now, I guess you're an adult. Or you're 18 now, I guess you're an adult, or 21 or 29, depending on, which of those thresholds you like to honor. Or, oh, you got your gray hairs, you're now an elder. Those things need to mean something deeper than the clock moved. And I think we have a responsibility to recraft some of that as our blessing back to the world. Because poverty is the opposite of justice. We didn't deserve the poverty that we were raised in, and our kids don't deserve it either. But someone's got to show up and do the work. So I'm inviting you to do it with me. I offer you this blessing. May your thoughts be wise. May your lips speak truth. May your heart be open to love. May your hands be ready for service. And may your life join the great work of beloved community. Amen, Ashe, Shalom, blessed be.